So PK is 50. I mean, turning 50. He was in his 40s last season. Oh, okay. So can we talk about Lisa Rinna and these new looks that she is serving this season? I just saw an episode of her on Watch What Happens Live on YouTube. It's like an old episode. And she has like bangs with this kind of long bob. And then this season in her confessional, she has it pulled back. Lisa Rinna is really changing it up a bit. And I kind of think it's because her daughters are into fashion. They're doing this whole modeling thing now. And I think that she's getting into certain looks now and getting into certain circles, trying to not only help her daughters win, but, you know, also elevate her celebrity. And I think because of the people that she's around now, or just the environment, that fashion environment that she's in, she's been changing up her look. And she has been looking great. This bob, to me, actually makes her look a lot younger. Pulled back, she looks her age, but she looks very sophisticated and sexy. The typical Lisa Rinna is cute, it's her signature, but I'm loving how our girl is mixing it up. Erica Jane is my girl, and here's why. I like how she's just honest about her situation. When she talks about her husband, she's like, listen, I was a cocktail waitress before I met him, and then, you know, look at my life now. Like, she is very honest about the fact that she did not upgrade until she got with this man. When homegirl said, I am the real pretty woman, I said, there you go, sis. Flourish in it. You know what I mean? Like, don't sit up here and try to like make us believe that it's something more than what it is. Some of these housewives have these husbands who are like, no shade, but they look like the leprechaun, right? And they're talking about how they're in love with him and all this stuff. And we're just like, listen, honey, let's be real. Rent is expensive. And you found the dude that was just like, I will take all those financial woes away from you. All you got to do is just be the woman on my arm and maybe jiggle my balls a little bit when I feel like it. And you have the life you always dreamed of. And a heifer said yes. Thank you, Erica, for being honest about the situation. And not saying that she doesn't love him. I think that over time, love comes. But I feel like when you are a young, hot person and somebody older and, you know, regular approaches you, if they don't have no money, you're not jumping to them. You know what I mean? But the fact that this man was wealthy, he was looking good to her. She said yes to the situation, and look at her now. Go ahead, girl. Flourish, ma. Lisa Vanderpump has a horse that only speaks French. You know what? Normally I would drag her, but I'm feeling happy today. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a good day. So I'm gonna love on Lisa for a minute because I just like how extra she is. Like, Lisa is uppity, she's pretentious. You know, she could be rude and crude sometimes, but Lisa Vanderpump knows who she is and she has her ways and she likes things a certain way. And Lisa Vanderpump is just Vanderpump. So I'm gonna accept Lisa Vanderpump for who she is today. I don't know how I'm gonna be next week, but I'm just saying right now, the fact that her horse speaks French got me in my heart. And I love the extraness. Go ahead, girl. I'm liking it because you know what? To be quite honest with you, that's something that I would probably do. You know what I mean? Like, have my horse only speak Targaryen. You know, I would do something like that because it just sets you apart from the rest. That's what I like about Lisa Vanderpump. She doesn't want to be like anybody else. Like, she has this idea of who Lisa Vanderpump is and she invests in that. That's what I like about it. That other stuff, we'll talk about it. I think I talked about this on my Atlanta review, which is coming. Please look out for that. I've just had a very busy week. But I talked about this before. I don't like men getting into women's business because Lisa Vanderpump and Teddy are sitting down for tea. I love the fact that Ken was serving them tea. It's when he sat down that bothered me. I'm like, Ken, why are you there? Let these women have a ladies' tea day. Like, why do you have to be there and be in the conversation and throwing in your 2 cents? Because I felt like Teddy was a bit uncomfortable. And that's how I would be. Like, I'm not going to talk to my girlfriend the same way that I would talk to her if it's me and her by ourselves. Even though I know, especially when your girlfriend is married, she tells her husband everything, including all of your secrets and business. That's what they do. Listen, ladies, just accept it. As soon as your girlfriend gets married, her husband is going to know all of your business. All the stuff your mama don't know, okay? Stuff your current man don't know. Your girlfriend, who's now married, told her husband. Just accept it. That's okay, right? Because I get it. But when it's me and my girl, it's a totally different situation. It's a totally different conversation. It's a totally different comfortability. Teddy, to me, did not look as comfortable speaking to Lisa as she would be had it been the both of them, because Ken is there just looking and drinking tea with the ladies. I hate a messy man. Where are Ken's friends? I know. Poor Ken. It don't seem like Maurizio want to hang out with him, because Maurizio, you know, he's young and hot. I think he wants to like be buddies with Teddy's husband. And I'll talk about that later, but I like the relationship that is forming between Teddy's husband and Maurizio, because I feel like he needs an ethnic buddy on this show, and to have somebody who is Spanish as well. It seemed like they were having a really good time and vibing tonight. And I like that for fine as Juan Maurizio. Kyle, you did good by getting this. This man is fine, girl, and he's aging beautifully. Maurizio is getting darker. Is it not just me? I feel like he's getting darker now the older he gets. And that salt and pepper, let me stop talking about somebody's husband like this. I'm saved. I ain't no hussy. So I wouldn't come for Dorit if she didn't talk about how much money she has all the time. Show me, honey. You don't tell me. Like Lisa Vanderpump, she is wealthy, right? Like Lisa got money. Out of all them other girls, I feel like Erica Jane is the richest, right? Lisa Vanderpump, I feel like, is right under that. But I don't think that they flaunt their riches in front of people. I think they enjoy their wealth. That's how I plan on living. You know what I mean? Like, I plan on being wealthy. Get into it, okay? But I also plan on enjoying my wealth, but not throwing it into people's faces. I'm going to get a bedazzled Bentley, but I'm not going to ride by your neighborhood and be like, you wish you was like me. You know, I wouldn't do that. But I'm going to enjoy the finer things in life, right? Dorit gets these possessions or talks about these things that she has and doesn't deliver, because she was going on and on about PK's birthday and all this money that she was spending or whatever, and this boat. Not saying that this boat or yacht is not cute, right? I'm just saying the way she was talking about it, I thought she was going to get Diddy's boat. Have you seen Diddy's yacht? Yo, that right there is wealth, okay? But when I saw this yacht that she was on, I was just like, okay, Bravo was holding back on that budget, because they were not trying to spend any kind of coin on that boat. First of all, I felt like I saw that yacht on the Real Housewives of Orange County when some other person had a party. I feel like I've seen that yacht in Orange County and on New York. It just looks very, no shade, but basic for a yacht. You know what I mean? I expected different kind of floors, not like the Motel 6 floors. Like, it was just very Best Western. And I was thinking that it was going to be like this grand yacht with like crystals and all this stuff hanging down. With how she was talking about how grand dam and fabulous it was, I didn't expect that. Honey, stop protesting. You know what I mean? Stop trying to tell people all these things you got. Like I said before, the feds is watching, and those Bravo cameras will be there to watch it all fall down. Stay woke. Lisa ain't slick. She knew good and well that Teddy was talking about Dorit with them glasses. She's like, I wonder who it is. Oh, Ken, who do you think it is? Oh, I wonder. I'm going to figure. You knew who it is. That's why you brought the bone back to Dorit, because you are being messy and slick in your own English way. But see, I catch it every time. You try to act so innocent, but you are the messiest one on this show. There is nobody on this show messier than Lisa Vanderpump. That's why she gets paid the most, because she stirs the pot the most and stays out of the drama to keep herself clean, but she is always starting some little things, because Dorit and Teddy was cool. Vanderpump did not have to bring this bone back to Dorit, but she know what she doing, because I'm telling y'all, we're going to get a Dorit and Teddy war this season, and it's going to be epic. So, like I said before, I wanted to talk a little bit about Maurizio and him having a Spanish buddy on this show through Teddy's husband. What I was saying about that was, I just feel like their friendship or them butting up is the real deal. I feel like, no shade, it's how you do it out here in LA. Kyle and Maurizio are they come off fake to me a lot of times in the circles that they run in, because I feel like they have to be nice and play nice with these people, because they need their money. You know what I mean? Like, they live off of other people's money, basically. They, you know, Kyle has to be nice to all these women and make all these friends with these women so that when the time comes, they'll go to Kyle and be like, hey, can Maurizio sell my home? So they have to, you know, be very fake and phony with the 1% and act like they like all these people. But I don't think they really do. I think that a lot of the time when they're butting up with people, it's business. But I feel like when Teddy and her husband, I forget his name, sorry honey, Mark, whatever his name is, I feel like when they sat down with Teddy and her husband, that was the realest I've ever seen them. I felt like Maurizio was very calm and just chill and just having a good time with him. And then when they started speaking in Spanish, I just felt like it was a camaraderie there, a real, like, I don't know, I felt like it was a homecoming. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like when I'm from Philly and I see somebody with like a Eagles jerseys on and I'm like at Costco shopping, it warms my heart. Like, I feel some sort of way because it's somebody who's from home who I can relate to. And I think that that's what we're having here. And I feel like Teddy and Kyle are a lot alike because, truth be told, Kyle is the brokest housewife on the show, and now there's Teddy. So they give me like they can they understand each other. And I think what's going to happen is that Lisa and Kyle are going to fall out, and Kyle is going to become even closer with Teddy during that, because Lisa is more loyal to Dorit than she is to Kyle, because Kyle, let's tell the truth and shame the devil, is her flunky. Teddy. Girl, I am all for Teddy not wanting these uppity heifers at her beach house. However, if you invite them, you cannot expect them to bring a meal from home. No shade, but who wants to ride like almost 2 to 3 hours? Because you got to think, if this location is 2 hours away, throw another hour on for traffic. 2 hours if you want them to get there during the times of rush hour. So who wants to ride in their car with a hot, steaming meal for hours? That to me just seems very like unhealthy. Like, isn't that like a food violation or something? Can't mucus and fungus and stuff form? And it doesn't. First of all, I don't want to eat from none of them heifers, okay? None of them seem like they cook, especially Lisa Vanderpump, because I'll never forget when she actually put dishwashing liquid on a chicken. Oh, so I wouldn't want to eat from none of them. Why don't you just cater it? Like, Teddy is the brokest and Housewives of Beverly Hills status. But she got money. She got enough money to have a beach house and an actual home in LA. So they got some kind of coin, some nice coin coming in. You can cater it. Why they got a potluck? And also, use the money that Bravo is paying you to film at your beach house to pay for the food for the ladies. Like, come on, girl. Now, you are not going to keep on trying to sell to me that you are so broke and middle class. Honey, your father is John Mellencamp, okay? You got some money. Stop it, Teddy. I like you, but make me believe your story. So Dorit has on a whole ball gown, and she wants the viewers and PK to believe that they're having a casual dinner for his birthday. Dorit, honey, please. You just became British like 4 years ago, because that video of you talking at your fashion show is circling around the housewife circles on YouTube, and that accent was nowhere to be found. Okay, stop acting. I have no problem with people with money. Okay, I don't. I am not that like poor middle class person who just like, rich people are evil. The majority of them are, but okay. But I don't hate on people who are living better than me. I enjoy people who have worked hard, or maybe was even born into it, but are living their lives, you know what I mean, and enjoying it. I don't like the ones who try to make people feel less than because they don't have their riches or their privilege. And Dorit is giving it off to me way too much, to the point where I don't like it. And then I start to question if she's as rich as she says she is, because if you got it, you don't have to tell people every second. You just don't. You just are. You know what I mean? Like, I went to school with this rich kid, okay? He came to school every day in a limo. He had a driver. Every day in a limo. He never once looked like he was rich. Like, if anything, he was the most raggedy. But he just came from a lot of wealth. He never carried himself like he was better than other people. You didn't know that he was wealthy until you hung out with him outside of school, or if you got there early enough to catch him getting out of the limo, because he never liked getting dropped off in front of the school or when people were around to see him. The only reason why I saw him was because I got on an earlier bus to get to school because I had a test that I didn't study for and I needed some time to study for that test. So I caught him coming out of the limo and I started talking to people about it at my school, like my besties, and they were like, oh yeah, he's a rich kid. I would have never known. He never carried himself like that. He was a very kind person, and it's just like, why can't you be wealthy and kind? Like, I don't understand why you have to like show people how wealthy you are and then try to make them feel less than. Because I get the whole thing with the glasses that upset Teddy, because the thing is, this is why it upset Teddy. Dorit wanted to let her know that she was better than her because she brought up the glass. If it bothered her that wine was in a flute or champagne was in a wine glass, she would have just switched it and not said anything to her. If you have class, you know that it's rude to check your host when you come to their home for an event or a dinner or anything like that. If you see a problem, you do not let the host know that what they're doing is wrong. You do it when you're at your place. So she was trying to let her know that, oh, darling, you don't know that this wine goes here and this champagne goes here. So Teddy knew exactly what that was. She knew what she was doing, and that was the problem. I don't think Teddy had a problem with the glasses being corrected. She had a problem that Dorit was using that as a dig to let her know her status. That is Teddy's issue with Dorit, and I can see it because I've had that done to me before. I've seen it done to other people, especially out here in LA. You have so many people who live like that, and a lot of people who do that don't really have it. They're faking. Dear Dorit, I hope you got your monies in order, because as we speak, I guarantee you the feds is looking at your taxes. Stay woke. And don't be another Teresa Giudice. Child, she went through it. Okay, so it wasn't a big moment. It was kind of like a B-roll moment, but it was a moment that I loved, and it just warmed my heart. So on this boat, Lisa and Erica Jane had such a real woman moment. So Erica Jane is sitting next to Lisa, and she notices her fur, her faux fur mink stole or whatever. You know, it wasn't real. So she notices that and she just starts admiring it. And Lisa looks at her, starts rubbing it and says, oh, isn't it amazing? $75. Can you believe it? Women do that all the time. And it's not because women do it to make other women feel, because we think another woman is cheap, so we let them know how something is affordable. That's not why we do it. We do it because women, no matter who you are, no matter how much money you have, we love a bargain. It is embedded in women to get a bargain. And I just love that moment. And then I loved how Erica put it on and started looking at herself. And then Lisa was bigging it up like, you look great. Why don't you wear it on that? I love that because that was just, that was a real woman moment. Like, women are so kind, so loving. We support each other. We are great sisters to each other. These shows, I get that they need to focus on drama and all types of things to keep us entertained. I just wish we had a balance. And I don't know if they changed producers or whatever, but we just don't get the balance anymore in these shows. We don't get the fun. We don't get these moments of women just having a good time and supporting. Like, we did get a great moment with Erica Jane and Dorit really supporting each other, and I'll talk about that later, but I just wish we had more of this like girl time, because that's, for me, why I started watching Housewives, because I was missing my girlfriends. Like, I had just moved out here and I was just, you know, trying to find my footing out here. I had no real community. I knew some people, but they lived so far away. I didn't have a vehicle. It was a lot, right? And I was just missing my girlfriends. And I just started watching this, and it was very relatable to me. And I was just having a good, fun time with them. And then I don't know what happened, but a few years ago, right along with The Real Housewives of New Jersey, this show just got dark. And I wish it would go back to the time when there was balance. And maybe it's because the ladies know how to manipulate storylines now, so they're so focused on their storyline that they're not really living and having a good time. Because this moment with Lisa and Erica, it would have passed me by if we had balance in this show, but because we don't have balance, I ate that moment up. It was so good to see that. Please, Bravo, give us more balance in these housewife shows. And by the way, I will be going downtown next weekend, not only to find my outfit for Black Panther, but to find that faux fur mink stole that Lisa Vanderpump had on. That was a steal. So I am not team PK or Dorit. But especially PK, because I told you before, I don't like a messy man. And I feel like PK, I don't like how he comes at the women. Not only when he's upset, but when he's defending his wife, I do not like it. However, you have to be a cold-hearted person. If you did not break down and cry with PK when he was on that boat, when Dorit brought him in that room and surprised him, he was shocked. He tried to walk back out, and then he just starts bawling. He hugs his mom. He starts bawling. He sees his brother. He has this great moment with his brother. They're like laughing, and he's just so happy, surprised to see him. They smack hands. He hugs him, and then he breaks down. I shed so many tears. I was like, oh my God. Because I know how difficult it is to be so far away from your family and then to like see them. It's like all these emotions that you would normally have with them if you live with them. You just had them all at once when you see them again. And that was a really beautiful moment. Balance. This episode had balance. I wish the season had balance. You know, give me the highs and lows. Give me a climax. Bring me down. Let me have a joyful moment. Let me shed a tear or something. This is a show. This is how you do it, BH. Let's stick with it in every episode. Please. Because I've been dragging her a lot this episode, I want to say to Dorit, good job. This is a way to celebrate your husband. He will never forget this birthday party. He will never forget that she put this together just for him. That was really sweet. It was really, really, really sweet. And something I would want to do for my man. You know what I mean? Every woman wants to give her man or her partner just that type of moment that they couldn't fathom, or, you know, she brought him to tears of joy. Who doesn't want to do that for their partner? Yes, there is an Uber helicopter, but don't push it, Kyle. Maurizio did not take an Uber helicopter, okay? He took a dinghy to the filming location from production, okay? It was some intern on production navigating that dinghy to the yacht where you guys were filming. Don't push it, sis. Don't push it. Dorit in these tiny, tough titties, like, you can tell that these are implants, right? Not shading, like if you got the money to improve your body, do what you want to do for you. But I'm just saying, you can just tell that these are not her natural breasts, because no big tittied woman, hello, would wear a strapless dress. We have made peace with the fact that we just will never be able to wear a strapless dress comfortably, because what I guess a lot of small tittied women don't know is that big titties, maybe the men love them, but they are heavy. They are a lot to deal with. You have a lot of back pain. You can't wear a lot of stuff. And if you do wear a strapless dress, you're pulling it up the entire night. And this is what she did on her birthday. And now she's doing it this night. She just keeps on pulling it up. And I'm just like, girl, for you to be like the queen of class, how do you not know that it is tacky and classless to keep on pulling up your titties in front of people? Like, I thought someone with your wealth and class would know such things. Thou protest too much. And as Dorit prepares to serenade her husband with Boy George, Erica Jane comes back because they had been working on this song. Like, Erica Jane came to rehearsals to help her out. She even brought Mikey from her glam squad or her choreographer or whatever to help Dorit. She comes backstage, gives her the confidence that she needs. And I love this scene because they had a really rocky time last year. It was probably for cameras or whatever, but I love the journey. I love the fact that they made up and now they're here. And they're actually really good castmates together, like really good co-workers or friends on this show. And I like that journey. I like that story that was told, because this does happen to women. A lot of times when we first meet people, we clash with them, especially when it's a new girl coming into the group. And I don't think it's because we're being nasty or overprotective. It's because we have cried in this group. We have went through in this group. We have cried tears of joy, tears of happiness, tears of depression, tears of heartbreak. We have been through a journey together, and we don't want to break that. We like what we have. We do not want to add to it or take it away. So when a new person comes into any kind of group or circle, it always changes the dynamic. And there are always women who are nervous about that dynamic changing, especially if this group has been profitable to them for whatever reason. So I think that was the thing. Like, you know, Erica Jane was just giving Dorit that new girl kind of not attitude, but just air. It's just like, I don't really know you. I'm not going to do too much with you until I'm safe. And Dorit was taking that as she don't like me. So they could never really get to where they needed to get, but they're here now, and I love seeing it. Dorit performs Fever with Boy George. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. After she performs, she's having a good time. PK's having a good time. Everybody's just enjoying this party. Dorit goes and confronts Teddy about the wine glasses and the flute. This is my problem with her. This ain't the time or the place. This is a celebration for your husband. Your in-laws are there. Why are you trying to confront somebody about something that does not matter? You know, it's not really a big deal. If it's something you want to talk about, call her for lunch, get there early, and discuss it then. Why would you take a moment away from your husband to go into it with Teddy over wine glasses? And then Lisa Vanderpump comes over, and so I guess Kyle was just like, well, I'm going to help out Teddy because they're starting to get close. And then Dorit comes at Kyle and is just like, are you her mouthpiece? And then she's just like, well, I can be here too. Lisa's here. Like, Lisa was taking shots at Teddy too. And then Dorit starts taking these etiquette shots. That's what I'm telling you. That is what she uses for this girl. Like, she's better than her because Teddy, you also got to take responsibility. You come around these girls saying that you don't have this money, saying that you don't do all these things that everybody, it doesn't matter to you. You're this chill girl. You don't have a lot of money. You just live a very comfortable life. People will use that against you for whatever reason, for whatever gain that they can. And Dorit is using the fact that she is very comfortable living a middle to upper class kind of lifestyle. And so she was taking etiquette shots at her. And I didn't like it. I didn't like it for several reasons. One, because this is your husband's day. Like, everybody was having such a good time. Why did you need to do that? And then I just did not like how she was just trying to make Teddy feel less than. Because she's not. Because if we want to put it really on paper, Teddy is that girl. Teddy is in circles you're not in solely because of her father. You better fall back. You got Boy George as a house guest. Teddy got John Mellencamp as her damn daddy. Also, shout out to Teddy because she handled maybe a drunk Dorit calling her a whole lot of curse words. And let me tell you something. It wouldn't have been me. Do not curse at me. It is very disrespectful. If you were this classy person, then you know how to use your language to get your point across, and you don't have to raise your voice, and you don't have to use curse words to offend another person if you're this classy person. But Teddy took it like a champ. Maybe she just knew that Dorit was lit and was just like, oh, it's this drunk person or whatever, and she let it go, but she did very good with that, and then she even hugged her afterwards and left. And I was like, girl, you better than me, because Dorit and them titties would have been over that boat. Curse at me, honey. You won't get another chance to do it. Please believe it. Anyway, so that's where it ends. Next week is going to be, I think, the breakdown of Kyle and Lisa Vanderpump. Listen, I'm not saying I'm looking forward to it. I'm just saying I hope that Kyle stands on her own 2 feet this season. I don't think it'll happen because of, like I said before, because of Maurizio's business, and she has to be nice to these wealthy people. But damn, I can't wait for them to get to the billionaire mark in their careers and just in their financial status, so that we can finally see who they really are. And I don't think that they're bad people. I think that they're cool people. I think that we would really enjoy Kyle and Maurizio a lot more if they didn't have to suck up to rich people for their home. So I think next week is when we're going to start to see the deterioration of that episode, and I hope that Kyle just stands up to Lisa. We'll see. I do not know. But anyway, I'll be there to review it, and I hope you come back to join me so we can discuss the breakdown of Pump and Richard. See you guys next week. Bye.